Hello, it is Social Media Saturday, June 25th, 2022. Steve Sipress here on a beautiful, gorgeous, spectacular summer day. You can finally say it is officially summer, up around, 104, 105 degrees today here in beautiful, sunny southern Arizona. Although late last night, we had one of our monsoon rainstorms. But the sky cleared early in the morning. We still have a lot of clouds in the sky. It's monsoon season after all, but temps are back up there. It was kind of nice this morning after the rain. Back up there over 100. But we say silly things down here like, it's only 100. Not a big deal. So maybe by 9 or 10 o'clock at night, it'll be only 100. Anyway, so if you are watching this video on YouTube, you're likely watching it at least a week after I recorded it. If you're watching it on my blog or you're listening to it on my podcast, you're watching it on, Twitter or LinkedIn or YouTube, YouTube or Facebook or wherever else I'm putting it all over the place on the web. But YouTube, found out yesterday when I went to upload my daily Facebook Live video to YouTube, as I've done every day for over 5 years, since the middle of March 2017, I was interrupted with a message saying, you have one strike. You're not allowed to post any videos for a week. And I don't know what else it said. And then it said, here's the offending content. And I could play my video. And it was from 5 months ago. Oh my goodness. This was a video from back in January. And the claim was that I was spreading false claims about election fraud or whatever. I played the video and I was like, man, obviously, I hope that this was reviewed by a bot, that this was some artificial intelligence that got a transcript of it and doesn't understand what I was actually saying. I was pointing out how every 4 years, whenever there's a presidential election, at least in recent memory, whichever side doesn't win claims there was all kinds of shenanigans and it was stolen and it was fraudulent and I'm the rightful winner and you'll see and this and that and blah, 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 and everyone's a sore loser. But the entrepreneur cannot afford to do that. The entrepreneur has to just say, I got to get to work. Okay, there's this certain person in this office and this person in that office and this kind of weather and this kind of day of the week and this kind of overall economy. And, whatever it is, the bottom line is for a business owner and entrepreneur, I guess you can sit there and complain, but you can either make excuses or you can make money, but you can't do both. So it's time to stop blaming, complaining, or, you can root for, you can vote for whoever you want. But the bottom line is you've got one vote out of millions, right? So you really can't control any of that stuff. You can't control the weather. You can't control the economy. You can't control overall what's going on. Unless, of course, you're an entrepreneur like Elon Musk and maybe 10 other entrepreneurs in the world all banded together and control a lot of stuff. But I digress. If you're watching my video, it's not likely you, and it's likely you can't control any of this stuff, but you can control how you respond, how you just get to work. Anyway, that's what that video was all about. And they were like, I guess it would mention the word fraud with the election. And they said that video's been taken down. You can't post for a week. You have one strike. Your next strike will result in, 30 days or 60 days or 90-day ban. And the next one, the third one, they take the account down. And I lose thousands of videos that I've been putting up for years. Come on, give me a break. So there was an opportunity to review, appeal, which I did for a review. But I have a feeling, I don't know, either that was reviewed by, again, artificial intelligence that flagged the word election and fraud and said you can't talk about that. Even though it's sarcastic, even though you're telling people to disregard it and not pay any attention to it. Or it was reviewed by someone who, has a lot of videos to review. They don't have a lot of time. They kind of blasted through it and didn't get it right. Or they are first day on the job or new or inept, or they are so sensitive, especially in this case, since YouTube and all the other big tech companies pretty much are run by leftists. They were so sensitive that I mentioned fraud with election and with Trump, and they were like, boom, we hate this guy. So, but I don't know what it was, but I appealed it, and we'll see. Not that concerned if that one video gets put up or not, but it would be nice to have them review my appeal within the week, just in case they realize what actually was in that video and it goes my way and I can post without having a complete week off. As it is, I will continue to be here every day recording my Facebook Live videos. That is, unless Facebook throws me off, then I'll figure out somewhere else to record them. And I will put the last 7 or however many I have to put up all in a row in one day on Facebook after the ban is lifted, which hopefully it will be sooner than later. We shall see. So the lessons, there are a few lessons. Number one, so you know, Facebook's strike policy. Evidently, they told me I'd also gotten a warning, which I don't remember, because whatever. You know, YouTube, all these leftist channels, they've proven over the last few years, or even a little longer, they do not like the truth. So if you're going to speak the truth about all kinds of things to do with all kinds of worldwide things that have been happening over the last few years, let's just put it that way, obviously you get banned, even if you are a medical doctor. You're going to get banned if you tell the truth about some medical things here, and so forth. So evidently I got a warning of some kind. The thing is, they said on there, most YouTube, or somebody told me most YouTube creators who upload videos get a strike, but they don't get a second one. YouTube was quick to say on there, most people don't get a second strike because you see the policy. I'm like, well, yeah, except this video is 5 months old. So who knows what video I put up a week later or 2 weeks later or 3 weeks later that you're now going to tell me is strike 2, strike 3, and I'm out. My goodness. So crazy policy where they don't just say, like, this might be a strike, tell us what you think. No, they take it down. You're guilty until proven innocent. Second of all, with 5 months from that video, who knows? I didn't know, and I still disagree that whatever I said there was not allowed or banned or forbidden or whatever by the whoever's running the thing. So how do I know what I've done over the past 5 years? So, a few lessons. Number one, be cautious when you tell the truth on the big leftist channels. Number two, you're on the big leftist platforms. So what do you expect? They don't like truth. They certainly don't like anyone that isn't leftist. So if you're going to play the game, though, and be on a leftist platform, you got to play the game their way. So best to control your own content. Like this, my videos every single day, I record them live on Facebook. I have for 5+ years. But then I put them up onto my own blog, onto my own podcast, which, yes, are hosted by some other leftist organization that I guess could take them down. But that's pretty extreme. They're pretty safe there on my own platform, my own blog. Now, of course, I get a lot more opportunity to get a lot more viewers, and I do get a lot more views on YouTube and on Facebook and Twitter and so on. I just got back onto Twitter after a couple of years off, so I don't get a lot there, I don't think. But I get a lot more views on these platforms because of their traffic than I do trying to drive traffic to my own blog. Makes sense? So I still like to play on those sites. Be forewarned. Best of all, have the content in your control, because you cannot control what anybody else does with their platform. They can allow you. They cannot allow you. It's their company. You know, if you go in to eat a restaurant and the owner of the restaurant doesn't like the clothes you're wearing, they can kick you out. If they don't like who you are, they can kick you out. It's their business, right? So it's Facebook's business, it's YouTube, Google's business. They can kick me out if they want. So, cautionary tale to you. Be careful. Understand their policy before you get hit with it, and have alternative control of your content. Don't just put hundreds or dozens or thousands of videos like I have up onto YouTube. Keep a copy yourself. Put them up somewhere else that's in your control. Keep a copy of them. That's my advice here on Social Media Saturday, as I am in purgatory. I am banned for a week, apparently, from YouTube. We'll see how that turns out. I will update you as soon as I know. And that'll do it for Social Media Saturday, June 25th, 2022. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. I'll check in, as always, tomorrow on Sunday Fun Day. Until then, over and out. Bye-bye.